Y'all, I'm just gonna go on down there to the little Social Security office, and sign up for me a little check because I must be crazy if I think I ain't gotta work. I just don't think I was put on this earth to work like that.
All right, guys, welcome to the channel, America's Reality 360. We're back with another good one today. So, did you just hear what that lady said? She said she wasn't born to work. She's just not meant to work. I guess you, everybody else, we were born to work, right? Somebody has to work. In order for her to have any money or anyone to have any money, there has to be work done, right? So if she's not born to work, I guess that leaves the rest of us to pick up the slack in order to pay for all her stuff. Now, why are we talking about this today? Why are you probably going to start seeing more videos just like that? Well, it's because the Trump administration just passed a new bill. They're calling it the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. And a part of that bill is going to cut social services, a significant cut to SNAP, EBT. It goes by many names, but yeah, they're going to be cutting that stuff, and a lot of people aren't happy about it. So we're going to go through. I got a piece of the bill right here detailing what's going to be cut and the restrictions they're going to add to it. We're going to go over some of that and then show some of the reactions to it. We'll make it quick, but it's very important, okay? Because like I said, these people want you to work for them, and it's really not fair, right? Here's a fun stat. So how much are we spending? You might not realize this, but in 2019, the federal government spent $955 billion with a B, $955 billion on 83 different programs for low-income individuals, according to Congressional Research Service. Okay, that's $1 trillion, $955 billion in 1 year. So that reminds me of another fun fact, okay? I love to play this game with people. I always ask them to answer the question, but I'll just do the fast version for you. So if you were to make $1 every single second, okay, $1 a second, you would have made $10 already. How long do you think it would take you to make 1 million? Well, it would take 11 days, only 11 days at $1 a second to make 1 million. Now, to make $1 billion, it would take from 11 days to 31 years, okay? So 1 million takes 11 days at $1 a second. 1 billion takes 31 years at $1 a second. But what about 1 trillion? What's the difference between a million, a billion, and a trillion? Well, here it is. At $1 every single second, it would take you over 31,000 years to make $1 trillion. That's how much a trillion is. It's like 31,750 years at $1 every single second to make a trillion. They spent that in 1 year just on social services, just on welfare. I mean, it's ridiculous. I remember even in my day growing up, it was called food stamps, and it was called that for a reason because they were actually stamps. You would be, a couple people behind in line at the grocery store, and you see someone fumbling through their purse with all these stamps, and it was like inconvenient, almost a little embarrassing, right? Because you kind of do want it to be a social pariah thing. I mean, look, we understand people need help, but the reason why it was made to be inconvenient was because that was an incentive for you to get off of it as soon as possible. You go get a job so you can make real money and you're not embarrassed at the grocery store. Well, nowadays, they make it as convenient as possible. It's a debit card. You can use it at McDonald's. You can use it at the casino. You can use it pretty much everywhere you see the sign now. EBT accepted here. It never used to be like that either. There were only certain things they were allowed to buy with it. But now it's just a free-for-all. They're spending $1 trillion a year. That was in 2019, so you know it's more now. But Trump's here now, and Trump ain't having it. He said, we're going to cut that. You people need to get your ass to work.
Get a job. Get a job.
So let's go over some of it right here, okay? We'll check out some of the restrictions they're adding. The first one is an age expansion. All right, it says here, the bill raises the age limit for work requirements from 54 to 64 for able-bodied adults without dependents. Currently, only those aged 18 to 54 are subject to these requirements. So they're going to raise the age. You can't even claim it if you have no children at home. You have to be 64, retirement age. No more 10-year early retirement for people who don't even work. That makes sense to me. All right, next, parental work requirements. Parents with children aged 7 or older must meet work requirements, 80 hours per month of work, volunteering, or training. 80 hours. I mean, guys, I thought a work week was a 40-hour week, right? 40 to 60, maybe 80 a week. This is 80 a month. That's all they got to do. Nothing too crazy, right? But apparently for some people, this is crazy. Check this girl's reaction to it right here. I think you'll get a kick out of this. Roll it.
Oh my God. What me and my kids gonna do? I only got $60 in my food. They come my food stamps is $60. What me and my kids gonna do? I looked at my thing. It says $60. What is that? I got about 6 kids. What is that gonna do? $60. And my public housing, like what I'm finna do? I done got an eviction letter. Like, what am I finna do? I was living 3 years rent free.
Damn, y'all. What she finna do though? I mean, I feel like my head would be killing me if I did this entire video. But let's touch on what she just said there. She's been living rent free for the past 3 years. Rent free. Can you guys imagine that? I mean, I don't know about you. I live in a house with a mortgage, a lot of bills to pay. I don't get free anything. I don't get any assistance. You can see here down at the bottom of the bill, it says how they're going to be changing as much as they can get for free internet, free cell phones, discount water bills, electric bills. I don't get any of that. I have to come up with the money every month for everything. And I'm not singing a sob story. I know you do too. If you found your way to this video, you're in the same situation as I am. Maybe it's rent. Maybe it's a little different. But you're getting the money on your own by your own means. And you're not just sitting there with your hand out saying, oh, who's going to pay my bills? Who's going to pay for all my kids? Who's going to pay for all my everything? Could you imagine having that mentality? And then when you realize it's getting cut, it's like they don't even know what to do. It's like she has no idea what the answer is. I know you know what the answer is. She doesn't know what the answer is. And that got me thinking, like, why doesn't this girl realize that she just has to go get a job like the rest of us? Why isn't that just a known thing? Like, oh, I've been riding this out for a long time. I've been living for free 3 years, everything paid for, feeding all my kids. But you know what? It's over now. I'm just going to have to go to work like the rest of everybody else. Why doesn't she understand that? Well, I stumbled across a video. It's actually kind of sad, but it's going to really show us the mentality in some of these communities and why it's so crazy to them, the idea of having to go get a job. Check this out. It's really sad. We got a young man here who obviously is motivated to go work, but watch what his ratchet mother, watch the reaction she gives this young man who just simply wants to go get a job. Roll it.
No job. If you go get a job, they're going to take my Section 8. Then you won't be able to get no Section 8. You're not going to get no job. They're going to count your income against my Section 8 and my link card. You're not working. No. So I don't care what you got to say. I don't care how you feel. You're not working. You're not going to get a job. You're not going to school. You're not doing none of that shit.
But Ma, I'm saying how I'm supposed to be successful in life, Ma. So you basically telling me I gotta be broke to be successful? I gotta be broke so I can get Section 8?
You gotta be
so
broke so the government can help you.
So the government can help me? So you telling me I can't work no job, bro? Like, that's like all my friends got jobs and live in nice houses. So you telling me I got to go through the same thing you went through?
If you don't do any of that, they're going to take my Section 8.
How?
And I'm
What they
trying to
be
tell
like?
you
What
that
they
you
be?
can go get yours at ease. You can go get a
They will
nice house.
no. They will look at that and be like, he's doing something and give me a bigger house, Ma. That's what you told me.
Where I'm gonna go? 'Cause I don't have no job.
I can get off your Section 8 and apply for my own Section 8.
But if you do that, you're gonna have to go the hard way. It's gonna take long.
So what? That's what I'm
Wait
saying.
a few months, get on Section 8, find you a nice apartment, go get you a link card. You will be fine.
So there you have it, guys. I mean, how sad is that? And I guarantee you she's one of those, I don't need no manses. She don't need no manses, guys. I guarantee you. But anyway, I digress. Those are the lessons this young man gets from his mother. She tells him, you're not getting no job because that's going to stop the free money from coming in. And we ain't going to be having none of that. You might be bringing in money the honest, hard, right way, but we don't tolerate that around here. We just get free money. She tells him, go get your link card. You'll get Section 8 And you heard him. He did say like, oh, but if I get a job, the government will give me an even bigger house. I'll get a mansion if I have a job. And he says, that's what you taught me. So like at one point earlier in the past, she told him, hey, if you get a job, son, the government will give you even more free stuff, bigger houses, whatever. I mean, what is this mentality? Where are these ideas coming from? Why don't these people understand what work is and that it's just like a normal part of life? I mean, it's just everyday life. We all know it. We all grow up being told it and seeing it. And that's just what you have to do to be a functioning member of society. I don't understand. And so, yeah, you know, here's the bill. They're going to also have the states chip in more so the federal government isn't spending as much. That's the point of all this, is to cut down on the federal government spending. I think it's great. They're on the bottom here. You have to be a U.S. citizen. I don't know why we have to emphasize that or rewrite it into law. But yeah, you can't just be like an illegal getting free money. I mean, this is why we spend $1 trillion a year on people getting free stuff. So, you know, we're going to wrap it up. It's already a little longer than I want it to be, but I just wanted to show you guys what's going on out here with this mentality. So, you know, Trump makes this bill. That's great. They're going to cut down. But what is going to happen with these people? They don't even know what work is. They got a bunch of kids at home. What's going to happen with the kids? So I have a feeling, although this is beneficial for the rest of us, it may cause a lot of problems, and there may need to be other things implemented along the way to fix these newer problems. But for now, we have another problem we need to contend with, and that's these crazy leftist people who defend this type of behavior we just witnessed. I'm going to wrap it up with one last clip. We got this Trigglypuff type character here, and she's really upset that you and I won't have to pay for all these people to not have jobs and to sit at home and get everything for free. Steer clear of these people. But yeah, I'm going to do another video in the future diving into this more and how do we deal with this issue right here.
You don't want them to have access to food? Do you not want them to have... You know what they're going to do? They're going to end up stealing. And there's going to be more prisoners. Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart. Yeah, you're stunting American growth. You're stunting American growth, and my generation's getting fucked because of you. And I'm sick and tired of it. People have like this, oh, but, you know, there's so many people who, you know, for their SNAP benefits, they use it, but they don't actually need it. And this, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Wow. Okay, first of all, I just have to say it. Nothing is stunting that chick's growth. She doesn't have to worry about that at all right? Her growth is obviously on a roll, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. But anyway, there you have it. You know, we have people that defend this stuff, and it's crazy. And that's why it's been normalized, and that's why these people we saw in the video earlier have no idea what they're going to do when the free money stops coming in. They don't even have a clue. So I guess you better take your ass to work, get to bed early, because you got a hard day of work coming tomorrow so you can pay for all this stuff. But don't lose hope, guys. I don't want to be too much of a Debbie Downer. You know, this is a good thing, this bill passing. They're finally going to put some regulations and more requirements on this. It's long overdue. So it is a celebration. I just see stuff like that, and I feel like everybody should see it so we know what's going on in our society. All right? Now, let me know what you think about it down in the comments. Do me a favor. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tune in tomorrow for another video on America's Reality 360. And I appreciate you guys being here. And I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys. Later.
It's time to go to work. You better get your ass to work. I didn't stutter now. Get your ass to work. It's time to go to work.